and today I'm going to drive a Rover. No, not that one. That one. Now you might think I completely lost my mind because this car, and I have no idea how to move the seat forward, Dan. How do you do it? Here we are, I'm doing it. This car was made in 2000 and, well, it's probably made in 2002, but it was registered in 2003. So this car is exceptionally modern. Power steering, 5 gears, modern radio. But hang on, didn't that Maestro have all this? Well, this car here is a Rover. Oh my god, it's a Rover 45, I think. You know what, I'm going to get out and have a look. Yes. Now the reason I had to have a look was because I know the previous models were a Rover 400, then they changed it to a 45s, and this is a 45. I thought it would be because of the year. I'm not all up on modern Rovers. Anything after the P6 really, even SD1s I don't know about. But this car's owned by Dan Tjoe, the same guy who owns the Maestro that I filmed and the Allegro that I filmed. I just thought I'd steal his other car, you know, why not? Let's go for a little drive around the block. And we'll have a little look around the car. It's certainly different to drive than the other cars I've driven. We'll give it a chance. We'll go around the block. And see how we get on. I mean, the gear. Oh god, someone pulled out in front of us. Oh my god, Dan, did you see that? You nearly smashed your car. Look, we're going to run a human over now. What I was going to say is it just me, or is this gear lever massive? I'm getting cramp in my hands. It's that big. I'm obviously not used to a big one. Finding the biting point's very different on this to other cars I've driven. I don't know why. You just can't really feel it. Perhaps it's not hydraulic. I'm not sure. Now, oh, the brakes are really sharp. Wow. Apart from my work vehicles, this has got to be one of the newest cars I've ever driven. I think I was 14 years old when this car was made. 14. I couldn't drive. Oh yes, it's very strange. This is very strange. I can't explain to you why it's strange. I just think it feels really strange. Like, how can I put it? on any of my cars and that, you press the accelerator and you can feel the resistance. I think that's the right phrase. Whereas this, I'm just pressing a button. That's what it feels like. I'm pressing a button, and the harder I press the button, the faster it goes. Does that make sense? There's no resistance. There's no feel. You know, like, for example, on my P4, I press the accelerator pedal down, and you can almost feel the rod turning, and almost feel the butterfly on the carburetor opening to let more air and fuel in, which then makes it go faster. Whereas this, it must be electronically controlled. It must be. It must have some kind of, I don't know, contacts on the pedal, which then tells the computer to open the butterfly valve and allow more fuel and air to get in. Because it will still have a butterfly valve, it just won't be a carburetor, it will just be a throttle body. And that's basically what I'm feeling. I'm just feeling the contact slide along to tell the computer to do its business. We're going this way because I'm hoping it'll be a bit more peaceful. And also, you'll get to see around here in Gloucester, we have here sheep. We have sheep in the road. So hopefully I won't have a sheep on your bonnet, Dan. But yeah, the throttle pedal's very strange. There's no one behind me. I'm just going to press the brakes. I mean, the brakes are very responsive. Very, very good brakes. And I say the clutch, getting the biting point for the clutch feels different. Oh, and we got 5 gears, haven't we? Woo! I'm in 5th. I'm properly in 5th. Amazing. It just seems the newer the cars get, the thicker the steering wheels. The steering wheels got massive, you know? I mean, my wheels in the Rovers are big, but they're very thin. You know, you can hold them like that. But these, you're full on gripping it, you know? Which I guess is some kind of safety feature. I mean, it's quite comfy. Although I would say that Dan's Maestro was comfier. I felt more comfortable and at home in the Maestro than I do in this car. It's a little bit bumpy. I'm not sure I like being in 5th gear though. 5th gear is very foreign. I feel like we're taking a really long drive out here. But I'm enjoying it. Am I enjoying it? I'm not sure. It's very much a car you can commute in, which is what Dan does. This is the one he takes to work and does normal day-to-day things. There we are, there's a little entrance to a field. We can pull up here. See, where's that biting point? Yeah. Every time you put your foot back down on the clutch as well, the revs go up. Yeah, I really feel that this car is controlled by a computer. You can feel it. Strange. lots of clicks on your handbrake, but it works more than my cars do. Let's turn it off for a minute. So what did I think of this? Sorry Dan, but it's a bit boring. It's a bit sensible. It is obviously controlled by a computer. I just don't feel personally at home with it. It's a nice car. It feels well made. It feels solid. Goes well. It's comfortable enough. But yeah, it's not for me. I'm not being nasty, you know that. It's definitely way too modern for me. 1.6 K-series engine. So what have they done to the K-series engine to make it feel so computerised? We'll have a look under the bonnet in a minute. You don't see many of these about anymore, and that's one of the reasons I'm doing this film, because one day there'll just be none of them around. I like that it still has chrome on it. Chrome mirrors, chrome handles. It's still got that classic Rover feel. Even the chrome trim on the bumpers. It's just holding on to that little bit of heritage, you know, having the chrome. Crunching in the leaves. It's not a bad looking car, really. Let's have a look at the interior before we open the bonnet. See, even these steps here have got Rover written in them. And that ridge in there, very similar to the P6 steps when you open the door. The seats are sort of a strange fake suede feel here with the cloth outer. Unfortunately, looks like previous owner must have smoked and dropped their cigarette. The badge on the steering wheel is very similar to a Rover P6 boot badge. Simple gauges, although I did expect the speedo to be on the left for some reason. I was looking at that thinking, oh, I'm going 30 miles an hour. Oh no, I'm not, I'm doing 3,000 revs. Electric windows in this model. I put this electric window down and then I went to open the passenger one. Where's the switch? I spent ages looking for that switch. I thought, is it on the dashboard? I can't see the electric window switch. Oh no, they put it down here. Why is the passenger one here and the driver's one up here? Whose idea was that? Very strange. I've also noticed that Dan's got a dash cam, so when he watches it back he'll see my awful driving. And the sheep. Look at this. Fake wood. Just one fake wood panel here. Nothing on the doors. Very unusual. But again, it's keeping that classic feel of having the chrome and the wood. It's nice. Has he got aircon? Look at that. Air conditioning. Modern. Cigarette lighter hidden away there in the fake wood panel. Very nice. Yeah, that gear knob's massive. Glove box, absolutely rammed full, so I'm not going to open that. Interior light. Looks like it's suffering a bit there. I won't touch that anymore. Oh yeah, the headlining sagging. That's a common Rover thing, isn't it? All the old Range Rovers do that. And Jaguars. I don't know, I kind of like it, you know. It blows in the wind. Gives it a nice warm, cosy feel, like you're under a four-post bed with a curtain above to stop the dust from falling upon you. I talk a load of rubbish sometimes, don't I? Hey, look at that, he's got a thingamabob on his steering wheel for the radio as well. Very nifty. 2 horns. Got to get in the back, haven't we? But nobody sits in the back. So although it looks like 2 seats, there is a centre seat belt. So you could sit in the middle if you wanted to, but it doesn't look very comfortable in the middle. So here we are, sat in the back. I fear that my hair is going to suffer from static. You wouldn't want to be tall sat back here, although it probably would be alright if the headlining wasn't sagging. On my old Jaguar, what I did with the headlining was I scooped it and I managed to pinch it, and I stapled, I put a line of staples there and stapled it on, and it stopped it from sagging. I'd rather have a few staples than it's sagging. No centre armrest, no pockets in the backs of the seats either. But I have got an ashtray full of rubbish. Bet you didn't know that was in there, Dan. Yeah, it's comfy enough in the back here. It's quite a spacious car. They've obviously done these cutouts in the seat so you can have lots of leg room. But I'm only little, so plenty of leg room for me. Oh, we can open the fuel flap here as well, look. Boop. Where is the fuel flap? There it is, look. Ooh. Ooh. Oh yes, he's got some crap in the boot. Tidy crap though. That's a very spacious boot. I bet the seats fold down as well, so you get even more room. Yeah, practical car, just like the Maestro, really. Just not as fun. So this is your throttle body, and actually looking at this, it is cable operated. Strange. It certainly doesn't feel like a cable operated throttle. Power steering fluid whirring away in there. Optional extra cable tie. I guess that rubs on that bracket if you're not careful. Very exciting. Now a lot of people will tell you, or you might even say it yourself, the K series suffers from head gasket problems. Well, let's have a look at this car. Right. It's done 78,000 miles, which isn't terrible mileage, but it's good for its age, you know. 78,000 miles, and it has never, touch wood, or touch fake wood that we got on the dashboard, it has never had any head gasket problems. Because Dan services this car regularly, he looks after it, he drives it sensibly, and I think if you care for an engine and look after it, it will look after you. And I can imagine why some K-series engines fail, because they're just thrashed and not looked after. This one will live on. I reckon it will live on forever. I see a Rover, no matter what it is, I get excited now. I saw a Rover 800 sterling today, not on camera unfortunately, and I was so excited because you just don't see them. And give it a few years, you'll be like, oh my god, there's a Rover 45. Don't see them anymore. I feel like you don't see many 45s at all. You see the 25s and you see the 75s, but I don't know, 45s perhaps weren't that popular. I don't know. Perhaps everyone was put off by the K series. If you want to know any, ooh, hello Minnie. If you want to know any more have a look on Google. I'm sure there's someone on there with plenty of knowledge on them, but I'm not filling my brain with it all. And I'm certainly not going to sit and read a script out to you about the epoxy car. Find out for yourself. At what point, right, at what point in this car's life has it got to be, if you pass another Rover 45, at what point would you wave to them? Because I'd be excited to see another Rover 45 coming the other way, because you just don't see them. I'd wave at them. They'd probably think I'm mad. I've got some notes here from Dan about the car. Not a lot, just a sort of heads up on it. And take my glasses off for a minute. Oh. And this is his third Rover 45. I think he just likes changing his cars. He's had two, you know, he's had one Rover 45 1.4, and he's had one that was a 1.6 before this. That was a 53 plate, and this is a 52 plate, so that's a little bit newer. But he's had all sorts. Rover 75, Rover 25, MGZR. Yeah, loads. 10 cars he's had. This is the 10th car. It's mad. That's without the Maestro and that. Blimey. What else does he say? Oh, ironically, he says here the clutch works well, but pull off quickly and the car judders. I noticed that. I thought that was just me. Not used to it. I thought the clutch didn't feel right. He reckons it needs a new clutch. Maybe. Or maybe you just need to carry on driving the Maestro. But yeah, that's all for me today. I'm just going to take the car back to Dan now. Poor bloke. I bet he's thinking, where the hell is she? Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.